From the Rochester Curling Club in Rochester, New York, it is the third day of the 2020 Grand National Curling Club Mixed Playdowns. I am Bill Drumright, here again from the Rochester Curling Club. 7 teams are competing for one spot in the USCA National Mixed Championships, scheduled for March 28th to April 4th in Chaska, Minnesota. I'm calling here from Sheet C, this morning's match in the 5th session between Amherst and Plainfield. The team for Amherst, Angelo Marisciulo, skip, Harley Rohrbacher, third, Stephen Bayline, second, Stacy Robertson Satinas, lead. For Plainfield, Nicole Prohaska, skip, Ryan Sharp, second, Yazi Kaur, Ryan Sharp, third, Yazi Kaur, second, and Kyle Foster, lead. Amherst comes into this 5th session with a 2-2 record. They started out 0-2, have won their last 2 matches. Plainfield comes into this session 0-4. We will also have matches this morning on A and D. On the A side, the team leading the tournament, the Casper Ring from Ardsley, is facing off against the Utica team of Crumay. And on Sheet D, the Plainfield rink, Mooney, will be facing the Shaw rink from Potomac. And with that, we'll be back for the start of the match in just a moment. Welcome back to the Rochester Curling Club, Rochester, New York, for the 5th session, beginning of the 3rd day of the 2020 Grand National Curling Club Mixed Playdowns. I'm Bill Drumright. Going into this session, in terms of the tournament, the Casper Rink from Ardsley has a 3-0 record. Pulley Rink from Rochester is 3-1. Pulley has a bye this morning. The Crumay Rink from Utica is 2-1. Marisciulo Rink from Amherst 2-2. The Mooney Rink from Plainfield is 1-2. The Shaw Rink from Potomac is 1-2. The Prohaska Rink from Plainfield is 0-4. This is going to be a match in terms of basically Prohaska definitely looking for a win, and for Marisciulo, they're going to have to win if they're going to have any slim chance of trying possibly to get into, in a sense, extra matches tomorrow. Over on Sheet A, the Casper Rink is looking to maintain its undefeated record. The Crumay Rink at 2-1 would move to 3-1 with a victory and put themselves definitely in championship contention. On the D Rink, the Mooney Rink is again 1-2, along with Shaw Rink, so both of them are playing to get back to a 500 mark in the tournament. The Plainfield Rink will have the Blue Rocks shooting first. Amherst will have the red. Leading off for Plainfield is their lead, Kyle Foster, right-handed shooter. They're still waiting here, waiting for start. About quick 15 seconds. The Grand National Curling Club, the oldest association, formed in 1867, ranges from Maine to Florida. 70 clubs representing some 17 states are part of the GNCC. And here we go with the lead, Kyle Foster from Plainfield, right-handed, applying an in-turn handle, looking probably to play as center guard. Stone is released, coming down the left side of the rink as going toward the far wall. Sweepers are on it. Sweeping for a line here. Looking to get that good center guard there on the line. Coming on down. It looks like they've done just that. Very nice guard. Good start for the first shot. Now for the Amherst First thrown in the first end for their lead, Stacy Robertson Satinas. Right-handed, applying an in-turn handle. A little bit more of a spinner here, starting out. Can it get on by? It might be trying. It does have, if it was swept, it might have the weight to get on into the house and draw behind the cover. The playing field guard could serve as cover. It's staying though more to the left. Prohaska sweeps in the back. It will remain in the house, but it's the back gate just before the back 12 foot behind the tee line. Second stone in the first end for playing field's lead, Kyle Foster. And they might be playing on this one here to either try to tap out the shot rock, or to play up above it, draw behind their first stone's cover. So sweepers are on it. Sweepers are on it. He's trying to get it down to the 4 foot above the tee line. It's coming up short, and just a little bit above the 12 foot there. So far right now, Amherst is shot rock. Second stone for Stacy Robertson Satinas. Again, an in-turn handle. This one is a little bit lighter than the first stone. This one may come up as guard. Sweepers are on it hard. But it'll probably turn out actually to be, in a sense, given the situation, a pretty fine guard at that point. Forcing playing field to draw around to try to get shot rock. Now, this is the first stone in the second end for playing field's second, Yazi Kaur. Looks like it's playing for an out-turn handle, right-hand shooter. And it's got some good speed on that. Will they be able to get it around the guards on the center? Sweepers are working hard on that. It looks like they'll get past. Can they bring it in? They are working hard. But it is coming down, and it looks like it's going to be a good situation. Looks like it will end up, no, it will not be shot rock. It's in number 2 here. It's in the full 12 foot, just above the 8 foot, above the tee line. Just on the right side of the center line. This is the first stone in the first end for Amherst second, Stephen Bayline. Looks like he's going to be applying an in-turn handle. This is more of a takeout weight. It's coming down. Sweeper's on it. And it's going to catch at the angle. Taps back. And basically now it's still Amherst setting 1, Plainfield setting 2. Second stone now in the first end for Plainfield's second, Yazi Kaur. Again, applying an out-turn handle. She releases to try to get to be shot rock. We're definitely going to have to get into the full 8 foot. It's coming down. The sweepers are on it hard. Sweepers are on it hard. It's got momentum. It's come up. And it looks like it's going to come to rest. Full 4 foot on the right side of the center line, just above the tee line. Plainfield now is setting 1, Amherst 2. Second stone now in the first end for Amherst second, Stephen Bayline. Applying an out-turn handle. Looks like when they're trying to tap out the shot rock. It definitely has the speed for it. Will they be able to keep it swept and get by? The line's looking good here. Looks like it's coming in very nicely. Very nice draw. Might have a little bit of roll to the right where it hits just a bit, not much. So what we have now is Plainfield is shot. Utica is shot. Plainfield is second. And it's going to be kind of a mix back there, kind of a split, whether it'll be 3 or 4, whether it's Plainfield or Utica. This is the first stone in the first end for the Plainfield third, Ryan Sharp. Again, going after the shot rock. Out-turn handle. Coming on down. Will it move over? They'll get it, but will it move? Oh, no. No, it's actually staying wide. Swept. And it did not make. In fact, it actually took out the Plainfield stones. So now Utica is still setting one. And Angelo Marasciulo, the Amherst skip, now is looking to set up a guard on the right side. And this will be the first stone of the third end for the Amherst third, Harley Rohrbacher. Playing for a guard here. And definitely is a guard type weight. Line will be important here. Sweepers are on it here. Sweepers are on it. Will they hold that line? In fact, it looks like it will be getting over the hog line, but will they hold the line? And it kind of finishes off a little bit to the left. So the shot rock is about half exposed from this angle here, calling from the warm room. So it can be, the shot rock can be hit, but it's going to take a precise line to do it. Second stone now for the third, Ryan Sharp of Plainfield. Out-turn handle. This is going to be important here. You're going to have to let it begin to take the curl and then sweep it. It looks like they're doing that. Looks like they're doing it. Coming on in. They definitely get it, but it doesn't get it with much power. And sweeping, no. Looks like Utica is still shot. Plainfield is 2 and 3. Utica 4. Skip Angelo Marasciulo setting up for another guard for the third, Harley Rohrbacher of Amherst. Out-turn handle applied. It's coming on down. It has to wait. Main key is going to be the line here. Getting the line set right. And it looks like it's going to end up being in a very good place. In fact, it's going to come on in. And now Utica is setting 1 and 2. The stone is on the right of the center line above the tee line. That is shot right. In fact, it probably came in a bit too deep. Does leave the Plainfield skip, Nicole Prohaska. This will be her first stone, the first stone. Does leave her a chance to be able to possibly play a hit and roll. The key, though, is going to be the high Utica guard on the right side of the center line. Getting past that's going to be important. This might be a situation where they may not be able to get the hit and roll, but they may be able to at least get the stone out. If they hit the right angle, they could go back on Utica's 2 as well. The angle play is there. But it will be a precise shot. This is the first stone of the first end for skip Nicole Prohaska of Plainfield. And she's coming out. Definitely playing for a takeout weight. Going to have to get by that top guard. Looks like it is. Looks like she's got a very good line. She'll get the one. Will get the other. Looks like it did. A double takeout there. A very fine shot. So Plainfield is now shot rock. Utica is line 2. Now will be the first stone in the first end for the Amherst skip, Angelo Marasciulo. Looks like they're going to be coming down the right side, which has been pretty much the case in this first end. The Plainfield shot rock is in the full 12 foot above the tee line just to the right of the center line. So basically, if Marasciulo gets, he can be like half 12, half 8 and be shot rock. He's got room here in terms of that. But it'll be interesting to see then how he plays to draw. Right hand shot, applying an out turn handle. releases, coming out. Sweeper's walking with it. Brushes over the left corner of the Canadian flag symbol in the ice. Sweepers are on it. Sweepers are on it. Good. Sweepers are on it hard. This is coming up light. This is coming up light and did not make it. So playing field is still shot rock. This will be the last stone of the first end for playing field skip Nicole Prohaska. Looks like it'll be playing a draw, an out-turn draw, but they're very much wide. The target room is set wide, right on the edge of the 12-foot on the right side. So the key here is going to be, in this one sense, to finish, is to make it come in tight enough so to make a takeout difficult. If it stays out on the right, then it'll be a relatively straightforward shot for Marshula to take out. Second stone for Nicole Prohaska from Plainfield. Stone is released, out-turn handle, walking down. It has a decent line here. Now the sweepers are on it. This is a very nice touch, actually. If it comes on past, now they're sweeping hard. This is a very fine shot here. It's a wonderful placement. They're full 8. Plainfield is now lying 2, but the thing is they've got it behind the cover of the Utica stone up there just above the 12-foot. So now Marshulo is looking at, they're going to have to try to follow the same line, but with then enough weight to be able to bump the Plainfield stone out or bump it back behind the tee line far enough to gain shot rock. Plainfield is sitting 2 now. The last stone of the first end, the second stone for the skip, Angelo Marshulo of Amherst. So, be an out-turn handle. There's release. The sweepers are walking with it. A little bit of light brushing. They have to let this curl to have a chance, then sweep on it. So it is a tough shot here. They're on it, but I don't know if the weight's going to work. Well, it might actually get on by. So they cut them down to 1. So after one end, it is Plainfield 1, Amherst nothing, and we will return after a short break. Welcome back to the Rochester Curling Club, Rochester, New York, the third day of the 2020 GNCC Mixed Playdowns. I'm Bill Drumright. Our feature match is on sheet C between Amherst on the Red Stones, the record of 2-2, and Plainfield playing the Blue Stones, their record of 0-4. After the first end, Plainfield scored 1. The score is now 1-0. Plainfield will be shooting first. First stone for the lead, Kyle Foster. It's coming back on the house toward the warm room, applying an in-turn handle, right-handed shooter. Looking to probably play center guard. Sweepers are walking with it. It's got a good line. Basically looking for a nice center guard. And it looks like it's going to turn out quite nicely. Not only a center guard, but pretty low toward the house. This is the first stone now in the second end for Amherst lead. Stacy Robertson Satinas. She's playing an in-turn handle, right-handed shot. Probably looking to try to draw behind the Plainfield stone. The stone would serve as cover, but it is coming up a bit lighter. And really coming down hard. And basically now what we've got is effectively she's frozen to the Plainfield stone. And right now we have two stones in the center. Low guard. Second shot now for the Plainfield lead, Kyle Foster, trying to draw into the 4-foot. Coming down the right side, applying an out-turn handle. Right-hand shooter. On this side of the ice, the right-hand side in the tournament, sometimes the stones will tend to hang out as it's coming down the right side as it's coming back toward the warm room. But this one's taking the curl nicely. Going right by. This is going to be a fine shot. Well-played shot. Basically down right to the button. And Plainfield now is sitting shot rock, number 1. Second shot now for the lead, Stacy Robertson Satinas. Looks like they're going to be looking to do a run-back takeout. Angelo Marasciulo, the skip, is called for a backline wait. And that's what's coming out. It is coming hard. Will it come over? This might be a bit too wide for that shot. Maybe a bit too wide. It's coming on by. Brushes by the red and will be swept out. This is the first stone now, the second end for the Plainfield second. Yossi Kaur. Looks like you're playing basically again, maybe a draw into the house, applying an in-turn handle. Coming on down, brushing just by the symbol of the Canadian flag in the ice. It's a decent line. And actually, they're looking more for a guard here to try to stop the running back. And it looks like we're going to be doing just that. It's coming down, pretty much freezes it onto the Amherst rock. And now basically Plainfield still setting 1. Now Marasciulo from Amherst is looking situation over. Does he try to basically break up the center? This will be the first stone in the second end for Amherst second, Stephen Bayline. And it looks like that might just be the case here. He's coming out strong. He's coming out strong, but he's gone a little bit left here. Will it come back over? Definitely is a takeout weight. He's going to get something, we don't know what. We actually have both Amherst stones out, but the Plainfield stone set. So basically, Plainfield still has 2 guards up. They either can play a draw behind, or they can try to promote. The second stone, the second end for the Plainfield second, Yossi Kaur. Again, coming down, right-handed shot, in-turn handle. With that line, I don't know. It's not going to be. It may not be hard enough. It'll end up effectively being a guard in the center. If they were playing for a promote, it was too light. But they can get something out of it playing for a center guard, which they do. And again, they still have a good situation to guard it. Second stone now for the Amherst second, Stephen Bayline. And it looks like it's going to be probably some sort of takeout weight. Plainfield has 3 stones set up, guarding the center. Look like they're going to have to try to clear the center. Amherst has a hammer in this end. And it's coming down. Definitely looks like he'll pick the left stone here to the shooter's perspective. Not only do we get the left stone, they got the shot rock out. Plainfield is still shot, but now their stone is setting on the right side as facing the shooter, just above the tee line in the full 8 foot, and so the stone is exposed. And now, let's see, this would be the first stone in the second end for the Plainfield third, Ryan Sharp. Got to get my math correct here. Sorry about that. Applying an in-turn handle. Here it comes. The sweepers are really on it hard. The sweepers are on it hard. Will they be able to get it in? It's actually just slowing up. They may not be able to get it far enough down there. And that stone came up light. And so now, although Plainfield has shot rock, their stone is exposed. Now this will be the first stone of the second end for the Amherst third, Harley Rohrbacher. And it looks like that going to try to basically do a run-back takeout, take the Plainfield stone that's on the left side as the shooter faces the house, and run it over at an angle to take out the shot. Applying an in-turn handle, right-hand shooter coming down. Got to hit it just precisely to get the right angle. It's coming down. Will it even hit? It might go by, and it does go by, and the stone will go out. Now, this is the second stone of the second end for the Plainfield third, Ryan Sharp. Looking to put up a guard. Be applying an out-turn handle, trying to come down probably just no more than a biter on the 12-foot on the right side above the tee line. Laying for a guard, the guard the shot rock. It's coming down, sweepers are on it. Sweepers are on it. Line is crucial here. Looking to get the line right. And it looks like they're in a decent position here. It's going to be hard to get to that stone. It can be done because part of the stone is exposed, but it would basically be they would have to try to chip it out. It might be too hard to do a hit and roll here. This is now the second stone in the second end for the Amherst third, Harley Rohrbacher. Might be playing the same shot they're trying for the first shot, but now it's gone way to the left here. It's gone way to the left. It's coming down, and I don't think this is going to work here. It's going to come in and come out. And so now we're down to Skip's Rocks in the second end. The first stone for the Plainfield skip, Nicole Prohaska. It looks like they're setting up for a guard, or if it comes down deep enough, touching the 12-foot. Right-hand shot will be applying an out-turn handle. It is 1-0 Plainfield after one. Plainfield is winless at this point, 0-4. The Amherst team is 2-2 in the tournament. Here comes Prohaska. Out of the hat, she releases. This will be an interesting one because the stones tend to hang, not curl as much coming down the right side as the shooter's facing the house. This is the house nearest the warm room. This one's taking the curl pretty good here, and it looks like it'll be in a very good place. It's going to be hard for Amherst to apply a takeout here. In fact, it bites the 12. So right now, Plainfield is sitting 2. Getting it out is going to be hard here. Plainfield has that shot rock pretty well guarded. Marashulo and Rohrbacher are talking about what shot to play. This will be Marashulo's first stone in the second end. And while we're waiting here in the other matches, the Casper team has a 3-0 lead over Utica after the Crummy Rink. And on D, it looks that the Mooney rink is Plainfield is leading 1-0 over the Shaw rink from Potomac. Marshulo is here, and in this situation, they could be trying here to break up that right side because Marshulo does have the hammer. They could be trying to set it up for his last stone. It's a narrow line. It's coming down narrowly. And he's scattered. But right now, Plainfield is sitting 3. Plainfield is sitting 3. 2 fully in the house and a biter on the 12-foot. So this will be the second stone of the second end for the Plainfield skip, Nicole Prohaska. So it looks like they're going to be coming in on a draw with an in-turn handle, coming down the left side as the shooter faces the house. So here is her play. She comes out of the hack and releases. If she's able to effectively guard the opening on that left side, it will make it hard, but the stone is moving fast. The stone is moving fast to the right. She's not going to get the guard she wanted there. She was not able to close up that port. And Utica does have the port open now. It's the last stone of the second end for the Amherst skip. I'm sorry, I'm confusing Utica and Amherst. I apologize. It's the last stone of the second end for the Amherst skip, Angelo Marshulo. Looks like he's going to be playing for a draw for 1. If he comes in just above the 4-foot, he will be shot rock. He's got the opening. It's a draw, basically. It's a draw to the full 8-foot, just above the 4-foot. Comes out of the hack, releases stone, in-turn handle. That's coming down pretty strong, and it's a little bit wide there on the left. It's a little bit wide. Will it come over? It's starting to come over. Really have the touch. Really have the touch. The sweepers, they're not on it. But will it come in? Now they get on it. Now it comes out. Works out just right. And that is 1 for Amherst. And so after 2 ends, it is Amherst 1, Plainfield 1, and we will be back after a short break. Welcome back to the Rochester Curling Club from Rochester, New York, the third day of the 2020 GNCC Mixed Playdowns. I'm Bill Drumright. Our feature match this morning in Session 5 is Sheet C between Amherst and Plainfield. After 2 ends, it is 1-1. This in the third end, Plainfield will have the hammer. First stone of the lead, Stacy Robertson-Satitas from Amherst. Playing an in-turn handle. The likely scenario is trying to play center guard. Sweepers are on it, sweeping hard. Will it get over the hog line? Will it get over the hog line? Looks like it does, but it's going to end up being, it's a center guard, but it's going to be a relatively high center guard. It's roughly about halfway between the top of the 12-foot and the hog line. A little bit more toward the hog line. First shot of the third end for the Plainfield lead, Kyle Foster, playing an in-turn draw. Can they get it on by the guard? Try to basically get it into the house, but stay above the tee line to make it harder to take out the stone. And it's just slipped right on by, and they're sweeping hard. It's going to, from this angle, if it's a biter, it's really, really close. If it's a biter, it's real close. I'm looking here from the camera, and it's hard to tell, okay? Now we have the second stone for the Amherst lead, Stacy Robertson-Satinas, playing to out-turn draw, look to draw behind the Plainfield stone, finish in the center. Probably in this case, given the angle, it would be trying to draw the forefoot, but it's a narrow release. It's coming down. It may actually end up wicking off the first Amherst stone. It does, but the center is still pretty well clogged up here. Second stone of the third end for the Plainfield lead, Kyle Foster. Going with an out-turn handle, right-handed shooter. Playing to draw into the house. Given this type of angle, given the locations of stones, probably a good result would be drawing to the forefoot and staying above the tee line. Sweepers are on it. Sweepers are on it hard. It slips by, just rubbed, right down there, touching the forefoot, most of it in the 8-foot. Right now, Plainfield has shot rock. This is the first stone of the third end for the Amherst second, Stephen Bayline. Out-turn handle, right-handed shot. Sweepers on it right from the beginning. Coming on down that right side. Coming down the right side, trying to hold the line. Trying to hold the line, take it on in. It's got good momentum. It does rub off the Plainfield stone, goes into the full 12-foot. At this point now, Plainfield is lying 1 and 3, with Amherst lying 2. First stone of the third end for the Plainfield second, Yazhi Kaur. Setting up for an out-turn draw. Setting up for an out-turn draw. Don't know in this case whether they're going to try to basically guard the Amherst 12 stone on the 12-foot to try to prevent a promote. Actually, it's kind of a narrow release, and that might be just what they're trying to do. And it actually might turn, it looks like it's going to turn out pretty well. It would stop the run back in that case. And part of the stone, the Amherst stone, is exposed, but it would be more like a chip if you tried to chip it, and that could be too sharp of an angle. Now the second stone of the third end for the Amherst second, Stephen Bayline. Out-turn handle, might be trying to play the draw into the house. Coming on down, brushes by the edge of the symbol of the Canadian flag on the ice. It's curling nicely, coming on back. I don't think they'll be able to get it by. I don't think the weight will be there. And they just get basically just above the 12-foot there. So at this point, Plainfield is shot rock, Amherst is 2, Plainfield 3. At this point, all the scoring stones are above the tee line here, close to the center line. So now, this is the second stone of the third end for the Plainfield second, Yazhi Kaur. And now they're talking about it, what to try to do. They might try again to guard on the right side to stop a double tap because Amherst stones are in line where it'd be in line for a double tap. So they look like they're trying to play a guard here to stop that possibility. Out-turn handle coming on down. Looks like a fine weight. Will it finish where they need to? It looks like actually a very good touch. A very good touch. It looks like they've done just that, and that pretty much eliminates the possible run back in that situation. It would be a very tough shot to play. But Angelo Marsciullo, the skip from Amherst, is he going to try that? Because he would end up basically hitting the blue, tapping the two reds, and then trying to get the angle to knock out the playing field shot. It looks like that's what he's going to try to do. It's going to be a tight line here. He definitely wants it. He wants to take out weight. Rohrbacher releases, out-turn handle. That is starting out there a little bit wider. This might have to be a plan B situation. It's too wide for that takeout. But the stone there is enough momentum for it to come into the house. Sweepers are on it. Sweepers are on it. And looks like Amherst has shot rock. Very, very close. Very close, but right now it appears that Amherst has shot playing field 2. So it looks like now the idea is to follow down on that line and bump the Amherst stone to regain shot rock. This is the first stone of the third end for the playing field third, Ryan Sharp. Out-turn handle. It's coming down. Does look a bit narrow, though. That looks narrow. That looks narrow. But the sweepers are on it. Can they get it by? Can they get it by? No, it rubbed. It rubbed. And the stone rolls in. Amherst looks like it's setting 1. Playing field is setting 2 and 3. Amherst is 4. Playing field would be 5, and Amherst 6. So looking now, it looks like they're trying to play some sort of guard, or at the best a freeze. He's calling, it looks like, for a back 8 weight. Second stone for Harley Rohrbacher. The third for Amherst. Out-turn handle. Out-turn handle. Coming over. He is coming over. Looks like he can maybe try to maybe just light bump to full 4 foot, which does happen. And so right now is Amherst 1, playing field 2, Amherst 3, playing field 4. And now comes the play for the third, playing field Ryan Sharp. Definitely looking for a takeout. They've got the angle there. They hit the stone right. Definitely is a takeout weight. Sweepers are on it, coming down. Coming down hard. Coming down hard. But it's moving in a little bit too narrow maybe for that. And 1 stone out. And so right now, Amherst is still shot. Playing field is 2, 3, 4. Amherst is shot, but there is a vulnerability there. Plainhurst is close. If they could get back to that shot rock, Plainfield could have a very fine score. Now we're into skips rocks. This is the first stone of the third end for the Amherst skip, Angelo Marsciullo. So it looks like in this case, could be playing for a guard here. Rohrbacher is set out just outside the 12 foot on the right side. Maybe an out-turn handle. Right-hand shooter. Stone released. coming down. This is probably going to have, this looks like it's going to have a good touch, and it takes to curl. Probably going to be a good result here. Very fine touch here. A good result. And it's now going to try to get at that stone. You're effectively then trying to have to do a hit and roll off the far right blue to come down at the angle to take the red. So at this time right now in this end, Amherst is shot rock. The score is 1-1 after 2 ends. We're in the third end. This will be the first stone for the Plainfield skip, Nicole Prohaska, in the third end. And this is going to be a tricky shot because she has to definitely get the right angle off of the blue stone to come over to get the red or get inside the red. This is going to be tricky. It's a doable shot, but it's going to be a tricky shot. They're taking some time with this shot, but this is a crucial shot of this end. Ryder can roll if they play the shot right, and it looks like what she's going to be doing is applying an in-turn handle and coming across instead of coming. She's applying an in-turn handle, coming down. She would have to basically hit the left side of the stone, the blue stone as she's facing her, and then roll over. This will definitely take a precise line and good weight. Right hand shot, in-turn handle. Nicole Prohaska comes out, releases the stone, definitely a takeout weight stone. Definitely a takeout weight. Can she get the roll? She's got to hit it right to get the roll. Looks like she's hit right. Oh, and she hit the roll. She got it. She got the roll. And now Plainfield is setting 3. Amherst is now 4. And with the block up in the center, it's going to be tough now. Not difficult, but it will be tough for Angelo Marsciullo. At this point now, this could be the situation where basically they could be playing to try to cut Plainfield down to 1. At this point, Plainfield is sitting 3. Marsciullo will be coming down the left side, applying an in-turn handle. This is his last stone of the third end. So you need to come into the full 4 foot to cut him down, to cut Plainfield down to 1. Looks like they're playing for the draw. Will it hold the line? Will it hold the line? Will it get by? Will it get by? No, it wrecks on stone. And so now Plainfield has a chance. No. They were trying to do a little bit too quick there. Last stone at the third end for the Plainfield skip, Nicole Prohaska. Plainfield is sitting 3. If they can get a full 8 foot, a little bit toward the 4 foot, then they have a good chance of getting 4. It's going to be coming down the left side with an in-turn handle. But this stone, if it's full 8 foot, will have to be toward closer to the 4 foot to get that 4 foot. It's coming out, starting a little bit wider. It's curling in. It definitely has the weight. But it's going to have too much weight, it looks like. And it'll be swept on by. The Plainfield scores 3, and after 3 ends, the score is Plainfield 4, Amherst 2, and we will return after this short break. Welcome back to the Rochester Curling Club, Rochester, New York, for the 2020 GNCC Mixed Playdowns. I'm Bill Drumright. Our feature match on Sheet C is between Plainfield and Amherst. Plainfield and Blue Rocks, Amherst the Red Rocks. The score after 3 ends is Plainfield 4, Amherst 2. First stone of the 4th end for the Plainfield lead, Kyle Foster. Right-hand shot, in-turn handle. Probably looking for a center guard or something of that. Sweepers are up, coming down. Looks like it's going to go to the right of the center line as from the shooter's perspective, finishing relatively close to the 12-foot, a low guard. Now the first stone of the 4th end for the Amherst lead, Stacy Robertson Satitas. Looks like you're going to be trying to draw into the left side of the house from the shooter's perspective, staying above the tee line around the 12-foot area. Try to get a stone in. They're sweeping hard. It's coming over the TESN.US logo. Sweeping very hard, but it's not going to make it, and it's going to end up being a wide corner guard in this case. Second stone of the 4th end for the Plainfield lead, Kyle Foster. Again, playing an in-turn draw. Releases coming down. Has a little bit more weight here, so they might be trying to draw behind. Yes, looks like they're trying to draw behind the first Plainfield stone, draw behind that guard out there. But it's going to come up a little bit light. It'll end up effectively being a center guard a little bit higher. Center guard favoring the right side from the shooter's perspective. Second stone for Stacy Robertson Satinas, the Amherst lead. Again, trying to draw down into the 12-foot, but that's come out real fast. She slipped coming out of the hack, and that's got a lot of steam to it. That's probably going to go through the house, and that's what it looks like it's going to do. Maybe it will wick off. It might wick. In fact, it does rub. It rubs. Prohaska's on sweeping, and she's sweeping hard, and looks like she swept it out. It rubbed off the stone that was wide on the left in the shooter's perspective. So it looks like the stone is still in play, but from this angle, it doesn't look like it's tight. It doesn't look like it's biting the back 12 foot. First stone of the 4th end for the Plainfield second, Yazdi Kaur. Right-hand shooter playing in-turn handle. Sweepers on it. Sweepers on it hard. If they can draw behind, that stone will be behind a good cover there, and they're really bringing it. They're bringing it hard. They're bringing it real hard. It is made a full 12 foot. Part of it is still exposed, though, on the center. So what we have here now. Okay. So now we have a call for the referee. This is about the second stone. Stone is out of play. Okay. Clock restarted. First stone of the 4th end for the Amherst second, Stephen Bayline. Looks like you're going to be trying to take out the shot rock. Part of it's exposed, so it would basically end up being a type of chip, and the Amherst stone would roll out as well. It's coming down. It doesn't look like it's rolling to the right. You might be able to get a run back on the angle. Doesn't happen. Amherst stone, both Amherst stones out, Plainfield stones out. Plainfield is still shot. Rock is exposed. Second stone in the fourth end for the Plainfield second Yazzie core. Looks like here they're trying to play for a guard, center guard. Here she comes. Either she plays as a guard, or if it's a little bit strong, she could try to play as a tap back. And actually this stone has weight where it might end up being a tap back or sweeping on it hard. They're sweeping on it hard. This might end up being with a small tap back, and it is. Taps back just a little bit on the forefront. So right now Plainfield is setting 2. Second stone for the Amherst second, Stephen Bayline. Looks like you're going to try to play a run back for a double takeout. In-turn handle. He's coming out a little bit wide. He releases. Will that stone come back? Probably will get the top stone, the second stone, but maybe not the first, because I don't think the angle will be right. One stone out, and the Amherst stone rolls out as well. Plainfield is still shot. First stone of the fourth end for the Plainfield third, Ryan Sharp. Looks like from where the setup is by Nicole Prohaska, they're playing for a guard. We'll definitely need a center line guard favoring the left side from the perspective of the shooter. Sweepers are on it. Line will be very important here. To get the guard they need, line will be very important. Probably will finish up with more of a higher guard, but it's the line that's crucial. They need the line to be right. Sweeping, sweeping. And it's going to be a tight fit. Try to do a straight takeout, that'll be a tight fit. That may be the type of play that the Amherst skip, Angelo Marsciullo, is trying to play. This is the first stone of the fourth end for the Amherst third, Harley Rohrbacher. Going to be an out-turn handle. Looks like you're going to try to split that port between the two Plainfield stones. It's coming down. Will it be wide enough to get by that top guard? And it looks like it is. They swept, no, they rubbed. It rubbed and takes out the one Plainfield stone, but Plainfield is still shot rock. Second stone now in the fourth end for the Plainfield third, Ryan Sharp. Setting up basically for a center type guard, but over right on the center line or just to the right. Trying to make sure that there's no port in which you can try to run through. Just taking the curl. Definitely taking the curl. Definitely wants it up there. And you need it as close to that center line as possible. And it looks like they've got it there. Left edge of the stone from the shooter's perspective, just touching the center line. And it's going to be a tight fit between them. So what will be the play here? It looks like they might be the play to try to clear out the center, open the center up. Second stone of the fourth end for the Amherst third, Harley Rohrbacher. Out-turn handle. And it looks like you might need to trying a run back here, but then the angle, striking the stone has to be just right. It's coming down. It might have a good angle here. They might have that angle. They do. They've tapped out one. Plainfield is still shot rock. And And now we're down to skips rocks. First stone of the fourth end for the Plainfield skip, Nicole Prohaska. She maybe, looks like where the setup is, or setting up wide, to be to her right on the 12-foot. They may be trying to basically, either they try to draw behind, or if it comes up a little bit light, it would be guarding the right side of the house and make it harder then for Amherst to try to come in on a draw. Prohaska prepares herself in the hack. Comes out, out-turn handle, right-hand shot. Will it take the curl? Will it take the curl? Now sweeper on it. This is a delicate shot here. It needs to be good, but it also needs to be high. You don't want to go below the tee line. Looks like they'll play very nicely. And Plainfield is setting 2 at this point. In our other matches going on sheet A, the Casper rink is leading the Crummer rink, score of 5-1 after 3. And on sheet D, the Plainfield rink, Potomac rink is leading the Plainfield rink. Mooney is leading Shaw by a score of 3-2. This is the first stone in the fourth end for the Amherst skip, Angelo Marisciulo. Now, it could be a run back here. Could be trying a run back or trying to split that port. It's going to be a tight fit either way. It's going to be a tough shot. So here he comes. Looks like applying an out-turn handle. Definitely a takeout type weight. It's coming down. Will it get through? Will it get through? Doesn't look like. Looks like it's going to back on the stone. Clears out. So Plainfield still sets 2, but the center is more open now than it was. Now this is the last stone for the fourth end for the Plainfield skip, Nicole Prohaska. If she can put up a good guard, this can make it a difficult situation for Amherst. Weight will be vital. Line will be crucial on this shot. She's coming down the left side. Will be applying an in-turn handle. Right-hand shot. So they're waiting. She's waiting for the shooter on sheet D before she starts. Definitely, she's coming back down. This is an important shot. If she's going to basically try to guard, she has to place the guard properly to effectively eliminate, not only guard the shot rock, but to eliminate a possible tap back. The placement, now it looks like they're changing here. Move to the right side of the ice from the shooter's perspective. Broom is set out on the wide on the 12-foot on the tee line. Looks like she's going to be playing for a draw to come on in. In a sense, if she gets in, she would have Plainfield would have 3 stones in the house, and then basically put Amherst in a situation where they'd pretty much be drawing for 1. Here she comes. Stone coming down, out-turn handle. And she might be, in this one, there's got some weight to it, so it might be like a tap-back situation. Try to take it on the angle and bump it up. Will that happen? Bumps a little bit. Now you've got 2 stones on the 8-foot. Plainfield is sitting 3. Now will be the situation for Amherst. Right now, about the best they can do is 1. It's going to be tricky. It'll be hard for them to get 2. It would have a lot of things would have to go right. So Plainfield's in a good position here, but now Marsciullo, the skip from Amherst, Angelo Marsciullo, is trying to consider his options. Do you try to play a roll, hit and roll off the side? If you try to come in and do and split the first 2 Plainfield stones in a takeout, that could be tough to do. Plainfield, for Amherst to get 1, they have to be full 8, close to the 4 foot. Okay. So the thing is, if he tries a hit and roll here, it's going to require a precise strike and the roll. So basically, he would need about 2 feet of roll to be able then to get this and have it stop, to be able to get the stone to be shot rock and score 1. Looks like what they're doing here will be an out-turn handle, right-hand shot. Try to roll it off the wide blue toward the 4 foot. Will he hit it right? It's not just the weight, it's the position of the hit. Will it hit right? He's coming down. It might be too light. And in fact, that's what it... Oh, he got it. It looks like, or very much a measurement. No. So it looks like 1 red. A fine shot from Angelo Marsciullo as we come into the 4th end, from the break after the 4th end. And so after 4 ends of this match, it is Plainfield 4, Amherst 2, and we will return after this break. Welcome back to the Rochester Curling Club, Rochester, New York, for the 2020 GNCC Mixed Playdowns. We're on the third day, the fifth session. Coming out of the fourth end break, the score is Plainfield 4, Amherst 2. Going into the break in the fourth end, Angelo Marisciullo played an excellent shot in his last stone to be able to keep to be able to get 1 point. And it makes a big difference between having us being down 4-2 and possibly being down 6-1, 7-1, because that's what they were looking at. Stacy Robertson-Satinas is throwing the first stone with lead for Amherst in the fifth end, and she has definitely got it into the house. And Prohaska sweeping, and it's basically biting on the back 12 foot near just left the center line. Now the first stone of the fifth end for the Plainfield lead, Kyle Foster. Plainfield has the hammer in this end. Plainfield shooting the blue stones, Amherst shooting the red stones. Playing an in-turn handle and aiming basically for a on the 8 foot center. 8 foot above the tee line. So this will be an interesting change in strategy here. Both teams going into the house in their early stones. Doesn't look like it will come over. Plainfield is shot rock, but it's basically to the left of the center line, just above the 4 foot, above the tee line, and it's going to be exposed at this point. Second stone now in the fifth end for the Amherst lead, Stacy Robertson-Satinas. Applying an out-turn handle, right-handed shooter. Coming out. Doesn't have a lot of weight to it. So this sweeper's going to have to take it down. Sweeper's going to have to take it down. And it's coming down. It looks like it will just slightly bump. It does. Plainfield is lying 1, Amherst 2 and 3. Second stone now for the Plainfield lead in the fifth end, Kyle Foster. And let's see what they're going to try to do here. Yes, probably look to playing an out-turn draw to tap out the Amherst stone and then hang into the house. Keep the blue stone around. It does have a takeout weight. It's going to have to come over. Will have to come over. This is not looking good here for Plainfield. It is not good for Plainfield. Both Plainfield stones have been removed. And so now Amherst is setting 2. First stone in the fifth end for the Amherst second, Stephen Bayline. And it looks like it'll be an in-turn draw, trying to keep it above the tee line, split the house to end the stone on the right side as the shooter sees the house. Stone released. on down. Coming on down. It's not moving as much probably as the Amherst skip Angelo Marashula wanted. Stone will finish in the house, but it will finish below the tee line, back 4 foot. Now the first stone of the 5th end for the Plainfield second, Yazzie Kaur. Applying an out-turn handle, right-hand shooter. Could be coming down, maybe trying to freeze, yes, playing to freeze to the shot rock. You can use that stone as a backer. The angle's looking good here with the curl. It's taking the curl nicely. It's taking the curl, and they've got it basically right on the button. Right on the button. So Plainfield is now shot rock. And now this is the second stone for Amherst second, Stephen Bayline. We're in the 5th end to score 4-2. Looks like we're going to try to maybe slightly bump the shot rock away. And then hold around. Coming in a little bit wider to come to the right side of the Plainfield shot stone. Sweepers are really working hard on this. I don't know if it's going to have the weight. And they're not. It finishes full 12 foot. Just the right side of the stone touching the center line. Acting in one sense as a type of guard for the Plainfield shot rock. In the other matches going on sheet A, the Casper rink from Ardsley is leading the Crummer rink from Utica 8-1 in the 5th end. And on sheet D in the 5th end, the Potomac rink Shaw leads the Plainfield rink of Mooney 9-2. Second for Yazzie Kaur, playing an in-turn handle. Could be playing to try to take out the stone, the Amherst stone on the left, and then roll to the center. It's coming down, but it's going to be wide. It's going to hit the wrong angle, and it does not come off the way they want. Plainfield stone is out, and now Amherst, my apologies, Amherst is setting 4. Yes, I have Utica on the brain. Do not ask me why. Probably genetic. First stone of the 5th end for the Plainfield third, the Amherst third, Harley Rohrbacher. Playing an out-turn handle, right-hand shot, going over the left side of the Canadian flag symbol. Do not ask me to sing "Oh Canada." That would be ugly. Okay, coming on in, sweepers are on it hard. So basically, this one now is going to be acting effectively as a corner guard. And Utica's in good, Amherst is in good shape. So much for my promise not to confuse the two. Okay. Now we're in this is the first stone in the 5th end for the Plainfield third, Ryan Sharp. Playing for takeout. Definitely a takeout weight, in-turn handle. If they can get it over, it might be able to do it, possibly a double takeout here. It's coming down, but it's going to be to the right. It does get one and rolls out. So Amherst is 3. Now the second stone for the Amherst third, Harley Rohrbacher. Skip Angelo Marashula is definitely calling for center guard, just above the 12 foot or just biting. She releases, in-turn handle, right hand shot. It's coming down. Sweeper's on it. This is the type of shot where you being high is not as bad. It's more the position. It's the line that's more important. They didn't quite get it over far enough, so there definitely is an opening there for a takeout. Second stone of the fifth end for the Plainfield third, Ryan Sharp. Plainfield shooting blue rocks, Amherst shooting red rocks. Playing an in-turn handle, definitely playing a takeout weight. Getting hit and stick here. Plainfield with the shot rock. Coming through, looks like it is. And they got it. And so right now, Plainfield is shot, line one. And Amherst is two. However, the inside of the stone is exposed, and the Plainfield stone is behind the tee line. So it looks like the Amherst skip, Angelo Marsciullo, his first stone of the fifth end, could play either a draw down to freeze above the stone or try to take the stone out. Given where the broom is set by Harley Rohrbacher, it looks like he might be playing more of a freeze, or basically trying to come in just and stay on the 4 foot just above the tee line on the right side. First shot, fifth end for the Amherst skip, Angelo Marsciullo. Setting up to play an in-turn handle, right-handed shooter. Comes out, releases. Obviously, line is important here. And I think he's got the weight of the line. Can he get by that upper red stone? It looks like they might end up having to play a type of plan B. It's going to be a promote. And that's how it works out. So right now, Plainfield's line one, and Amherst is 2 and 3. This will be the first stone in the fifth end for the Plainfield skip, Nicole Prohaska. This is going to be an important situation here because Plainfield, in one sense, does have a chance for 2. But the positioning of this stone is going to be important if they want to achieve that. The shot rock is exposed. It is vulnerable to a takeout. And so the Plainfield skip, Prohaska, and the Plainfield third, Sharp, are talking this over. This is an important play here. And it looks like what they're going to try to do is play an out turn. And I guess they're going to try to play maybe a guard to close up the center and guard that shot rock, and then make Amherst and try a different play or try a long run back to knock it out. Looks like they're playing for a guard. It's going to need to be a center guard for sure. Right-hand shooter applying an out-turn handle. Coming out it's a little bit slower, so it looks like it's going to be trying to set a guard weight. Guard weight. Will it take the curl? Will it take that curl? It's running. The stone is running. It will rub off the red, and it rubs off the red too much. Plainfield setting 1 and 3. But the Plainfield shot rock is exposed. Definitely exposed here. Marsciullo, the Amherst skip, definitely has the option of a hit and roll to the inside in that situation. And it looks like we've had a handshake on D. Looks like the Shaw rink has defeated the Mooney rink. As soon as we can, we'll get the final score. blue one. The final score will either be 9-3 or 10-2, depending on who got one in the fifth inning. Okay. Now we're coming back. This is the last stone of the fifth inning for the Amherst skip, Angelo Marisciullo. Given the location of the broom, looked like he could be trying a hit and roll. Hit out the shot block and then roll to the inside. It's coming down. He's got a good weight here if it will take the curl. He will probably chip out the blue, but it will not roll. In fact, it's swept out.
That's fine.
So at this point now, Amherst is 1. Amherst is 1-2. Plainfield's 3. So now the situation is for Plainfield to try to draw for 1. Last stone of the fifth inning for the Plainfield skip, Nicole Prohaska. Right-hand shooter applying an out-turn handle. Playing for a draw. They basically gets in about quarter way into the 4 foot. They'll be shot rock. But they need to be into the 4 foot. Sweepers can be very important here in terms of the weight. You don't want to oversweep. You don't want to oversweep or undersweep. It's coming down. Looks like a beautiful touch. And it's going to play just right. Pretty much on the button. That's 1 point for Plainfield. And so after 5 ends, the score is Plainfield 5, Amherst 2. And we will be back after this short break.
Nicole, there was no daylight on that one.
Welcome back to the Rochester Curling Club, Rochester, New York, for the 2020 GNCC Mixed Playdowns. 7 teams are competing for the right for 1 spot to compete in the USCA Mixed Nationals scheduled for March 28th to April 4th in Chaska, Minnesota. I'm Bill Drumright. Our featured match sheet C. Plainfield is leading 5-2 going into the 6th inning. First stone for the Plainfield lead, Kyle Foster. Applying an in-turn handle, right-hand shooter. It's coming down. Looks like it's going to finish more of a high center guard. It will cross. And looks like they're going to get it up about the high center and just really to the right of the center line from the shooter's perspective. First stone in the 6th end for the Amherst lead, Stacy Robertson-Satinas. On sheet D, that match is over. The Shaw Ring from Potomac defeated the Mooney Ring from Plainfield. The final score, depending, it was either going to be 9-3 or 10-2. On sheet A, the Casper Rink is leading the Crumming Rink from Utica by a score of 9-3 after the 5th end. And Robertson-Satinas sweeping, just touching the back 12 foot, about halfway on the left side from the shooter's perspective below the tee line. Second shot now in the 6th end for the Plainfield lead, Kyle Foster. That's coming out with a lot more weight. Sweepers walking with it, they're more just light brushing than actually sweeping. This has a good weight. Will it have the line to get behind the guard for cover. And right on the button. Right on the button, but the stone is exposed. And the Amherst skip, Angelo Marsciullo, is calling for a backline wait for a takeout and then a roll to the left. Second stone for Stacy Robertson-Santinas from Amherst. It's coming down. Sweeping hard, sweeping hard. Will it get by? It is moving. That stone is moving fast. Looks like it will get by, but it is moving fast. It does move, and probably not enough to take it out. Well, actually, Marsciullo sweeps real hard and gets it out of there. So right now, Amherst is setting 2. Shot rock is on the right side of the house as the shooter faces the house and just below the tee line on the 8 foot. First stone for the Plainfield second, Yazi Kaur. Applying an out-turn handle, looking to play a takeout. That might be too narrow. That looks like it's going to be too narrow. Too narrow. It's coming back. They might be able to salvage something out of the play. Might be able to salvage something. It's coming down, and it's still spot. Amherst is still setting 2. First stone of the 6th end for the Amherst second, Stephen Bayline. Playing an out-turn handle, looking to draw to the left side of the house from the shooter's perspective. And effectively splitting the house and putting Amherst there lying free. It's coming down. Now it's starting to take the curl. Starting to take the curl. Would like the stone to finish above the tee line. And that stone will finish. And it's shot rock. Amherst is setting 3 right now. Second stone for the Plainfield second, Yazi Kaur. Looking to play a takeout here. Remove the shot rock at this point. She's coming out hard. Definitely a takeout weight. This is coming over. It's coming over. It looks like it'll come over enough. Will it? Actually, that could be tricky. Thought it would come over. Maybe not. It does not. It goes through. It goes through. So now the advantage is definitely in Amherst's favor. And the Amherst skip, Angelo Marsciullo, is talking to the Amherst second, Stephen Bayline, his second stone of the 6th end. Looks like from where the broom is setting, they might be trying to play a guard there on the left side from the shooter's perspective. Coming out a little bit lighter weight, more of a guard weight. Important thing here is getting the line right. They want the guard. And it's coming down nicely. Sweepers are working with it. It's coming down nicely. And it's going to bite. In fact, it'll be mostly in the 12. So right now, Amherst is setting 4. First stone of the 6th end for the Plainfield third, Ryan Sharp. This is going to be an important play here that you're going to need to start removing stones. Definitely looking to play a takeout. In-turn handle. It's coming down. If it gets the right hit, they can get a double here. But it needs the right angle to get the hit. They take the 1 and definitely got the second. Will it be hard enough? No. No. So right now, Amherst is setting 1-2, Plainfield 3, Amherst 4. First stone of the 6th end for the Amherst third, Harley Rohrbacher. Looks like again they're trying to play to the left side of the house from the shooter's perspective. We're coming down toward the warm room. Would effectively split the house and put Plainfield in a difficult situation. The sweepers are on it hard. They would like the stone to finish above the tee line. Coming down. They'll definitely be in the 12-foot for sure. And touching the 8 on the left side above the tee line. So at this point, Amherst is setting 3. Second shot now for Ryan Sharp, and now this is going to be a difficult play because do you try to play hit and roll using the stone on the upper left to roll across, or do you try to play a draw to the 4-foot to have it finish on the right side of the center line? Given where the broom is, at this point, it could be coming down with that type of play or using the back Amherst stone as a backer. Second stone for Ryan Sharp. Right-hand shooter, in turn handle. No, out turn handle. And definitely going for the roll. Going for the takeout and roll. It's coming down. Will it have the angle? It's got the speed, but will it have the angle? It's coming across. No, it does not have the right angle. It's swept out. So now we're into the second stone for Harley Rohrbacher. The Amherst third and the 6th end. The score is Plainfield 5, Amherst 2. Amherst has right now, they're setting 1 and 2. Plainfield is setting 3. Again, looking to try to set something up on the left side from the shooter's perspective, on the left quadrant of the circle above the tee line. Playing an out-turn handle. Right-hand shooter. It's coming down.
I'm going to light sweep. Just make sure it's there.
Coming down. It's not moving much. It's not moving much. That does move by the guard stone. It's coming in, and it's going to be setting mostly on the 4-foot, just below the tee line. Amherst is setting 3. And we have the end of the match on A. The Casper Rink from Ardsley defeated the Crummer Rink from Utica by a score of 10-3 after 6 ends. So this is the last match going for the morning session. This is the 5th session of the GNCC mixed playdowns. This is the first stone of the 6th end for Nicole Prohaska, the skip from Plainfield. Looks like here with a setup, it could be playing for a takeout and roll. The stone on the left side from Prohaska's perspective is shot rock. Here she comes, in turn handle, definitely a takeout weight. Definitely a takeout weight. It's coming down. Will it roll? Got the 1, will it roll? It does. Rolls behind. A very fine shot. So right now, Plainfield is shot rock. They're on the 4 full foot on the right side of the house, just below the tee line. So this will be now the first stone of the 6th end for the Amherst skip, Angelo Marsciullo. And it looks like he's probably trying to draw down and sit on top of the Plainfield stone, and then would be 1. He would be shot rock. At this point, Plainfield is sitting 1. Amherst is sitting 2 and 3. Plainfield sitting 4. Amherst 5. Rohrbacher is set up on her broom on the full 4 foot. on the left side from the shooter's perspective. Again, we're coming down to the house nearest the warm room. We'll be applying an in-turn handle, right-handed shooter. So, an important shot here. An important shot. Looks like a good line. Looks like it starts on the broom. And it's taking the curl. Sweepers are on it. Sweepers are on it. Taking the curl. Going by. But will it hit and roll? And it does. It's a beautiful shot. Swept out.
Okay, guys.
The Amherst stone stays, and now Amherst is sitting 3. And red has hammer. So Amherst has the hammer. So this is going to be a tough play now for Prohaska. Basically trying to cut them down to 1. He's trying to cut them down to 1. But now comes the tricky. Now we have a timeout. Timeout by Plainfield. This is going to be. This is a crucial point in the match here because Amherst has the potential of getting 3 or 4, which would either tie them going into the 7th or put them ahead. Plainfield is down to its last shot. Skip rock. And what they're trying to do, they need to set it up to at least cut down Amherst to 1. If they keep Amherst down to 1, Plainfield will still have the lead. The score is currently 5-2. And we have plenty of kibitzers up here. Excuse me. Sorry. We have plenty of people up here kibitzing, talking about what they would do. But this is a tough call here. Because you come a couple of ways. If you come down the right side, they do have the Amherst stone as a backer to do like a tap and a roll inside, and they would be shot. And if they got the proper roll, the second Amherst stone would actually serve as a backer. But it's going to be a delicate shot here, and it looks like that's what they're going to try to do. Looks like they're playing play for a hit and roll, but they've got to have the right angle hitting on the stone to get the roll along with the weight. This is going to be an important shot here. Plainfield executes the shot. There's a good chance they keep Amherst down to no more than 1. But the other key here, too, is making sure they really get on the broom properly, because if you go a little bit wide, it may not come back with a takeout weight. Here comes Prohaska. There's definitely a takeout weight. The sweepers are on it from the beginning. Coming down hard. Coming down. Will it get by? She does. She has it. She has the roll, but it rolled too hard. It rolled too hard. Now Amherst is 1. Plainfield is 2 and 3. Amherst now is going to be drawing for 2. Drawing to try to get 2. Unless something really goes awry, Amherst at least has 1. And if they pull off the shot, they will have 2. And it'll be, and then Amherst will be trailing by 5-4. The score is currently 5-2. We're in the 6th end. This is the 5th session. This is the only match going on right now. The other 2 matches have finished. Angelo Marisculo, his second stone of the 6th N, applying an in-turn handle, playing a draw, going by, passes the edge of the Canadian flags symbol in the ice, coming down toward the TESN.US logo, crossing over that. This looks like a real fine touch and a very good shot. Sweeping, not enough. 2 points for Amherst. And after 6 ends, the score is Plainfield 5, Amherst 4, and we will return after this short break. Welcome back to the Rochester Curling Club, Rochester, New York, the third day of the 2020 GNCC Mixed Playdowns. I'm Bill Drumright. Our feature match on Sheet C is between the Amherst rink and the Plainfield rink. The score currently is 5-4 Plainfield after 6 ends. Amherst is shooting first. Stacy Robertson-Satinas, the lead, shooting for Amherst. Applying an in-turn handle, looking for a center line guard. Most likely, sweepers are on it. We'll see how it carries. And it's carrying down nicely. Looks like it's, in fact, it actually carried in to the 12-foot, just to the right of the center line. First shot of the 7th N for the Plainfield lead, Kyle Foster. Looks like they're playing a takeout here. In-turn handle, right-hand shooter. Coming down the center line, sweepers are on it. Sweepers are on it. Sweepers are on it hard. Looks like they'll get it. And it sticks. And so now Plainfield is shot rock. Basically half stone on the 12-foot, right to the center line above the tee line. Second stone for the Amherst lead, Stacy Robertson-Satinas. Coming in with an out-turn handle. Will there be enough there to get it to take out the Plainfield stone or Plainfield takeout? Looks like there will be. It's coming over. Be a little bit to the right. And it sits. So right now, no stones are in the house. Second stone in the 7th N for the Plainfield lead, Kyle Foster. Applying an in-turn handle, looking to draw in, and if the shot plays right, draw behind the Amherst stone and use that as a guard. It's coming over. It's moving toward the center line. Will it cross over? Will it cross over? It's coming in, sweeping, and it's in the house in the back 4 foot below the tee line on the right side of the center line. Now the first shot of the 7th N for the Amherst second, Stephen Bayline, applying an in-turn handle. Probably in this case looking to sit on the Plainfield stone, and that would leave Amherst a shot rock. Is it going to come over enough? Is it going to come over enough? It looks like it's going to finish up very nicely. It does. Very nice shot. Fine shot. Amherst setting 1 right on the tee line, just to the right of center line. Plainfield 2, just touching the back 4 foot behind the center line. First stone of the 7th N for the Plainfield second, Yazi Kaur. So here it goes, an in-turn handle. Sweepers are right on this one. This is good take a lot of sweeping here. It might be a bit light. It's going to take a lot of sweeping to take it down. The sweepers are doing an excellent job, and it's coming over. It's got a good line. Wonderful sweeping by the sweepers here to take this down. Great work on all concerned. And now Amherst is 1. Plainfield is 2 and 3. And the 4 full foot right on the center, just above the button. Second shot now in the 7th end for the Amherst second, Stephen Bayline. And it looks like Angelo Marsciullo, the skip, is calling for a back 8 weight for this shot. In-turn handle. And sweepers are walking with it. Now is it coming down? It's coming down. It's going to be coming. It's going to definitely tap into the blue, which will tap into the red and spread away. And so right now, Plainfield is sitting 1-2. Amherst is sitting 3-4. Second stone of the 7th end for the Plainfield second, Yossi Kaur. And it looks like what they're going to try to do is put up a guard just to the right of the center line. Right-handed shot, applying an in-turn handle. She comes out, releases. This will be really important here for the sweepers, as they're going to have to pretty much sweep to the desired spot. Sweepers are on it, and they're on it hard. Sweepers are on it hard. The location is going to be vital. They are really pushing it. They're pushing it. Can they get it over? They can get it in there, and it's basically the right side of the stone is just touching the center line in the 12-foot. So it definitely is partially guarded, but there is a port there if they want to try to come through. A port formed between the Plainfield stone and the Amherst stone. And it looks like that's what's going to be tried by the Amherst third, Harley Rohrbacher, her first stone of the 7th end, applying an out-turn handle. But it's really not a takeout weight as we know it, but it looks like it's going to work just fine. It's going to come right on through. Will it rub, though? Will it rub on the red? It's going to rub on the red. And that's what it does. It rubbed on the red, and it runs on through. So, in this case, Plainfield now is setting 2. Amherst is setting 3 and 4. Now comes the first stone of the 7th end for the Plainfield third, Ryan Sharp, applying an in-turn handle. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here on this play. Trying to draw down into the 4-foot. Sweepers are on it. They're on it hard. If he just rubs the upper stone, but no, it's not. It's going to end up going through. Yeah. And it looks like it's going to be the same shot again for the Amherst third, Harley Rohrbacher. Her second stone, the 7th end. Playing the same shot as the first shot.
She didn't tell me.
It's coming down, but might it be narrow? This might be narrow. They're right. It's going to be narrow there. Don't think this is going to work here. They've taken out the blue. So Plainfield is still setting 2. There is a port there on the right side that can try to get through. So this is the second stone now in the 7th end for Plainfield third, Ryan Sharp. Now let's see what might be happening here. It could be playing a takeout with a roll to the right. Looks like he'll be applying an in-turn handle. If he can get it and get the roll, then Plainfield will be sitting 3. And here he comes. It's definitely takeout weight. In-turn handle. Trying to cut down Amherst stones in the house. Looks like it's going to hit. It's going to roll. And it rolled. Plainfield is sitting 3, but there is a gap here. He could either try to come through the port and go for the shot stone, or he could come in from the left side. And it looks like Angelo Marsciullo, the skip for Amherst, his first stone, the 7th end, is going to try to do an out turn, come through that port, and eliminate the Plainfield shot rock. It's a doable shot, but it will take a precise line. Out turn handle. Coming down. Can they hold it? Can they hold it? Will it get by? Definitely, it looks like it's going to get by. It's a beautiful play. Beautiful play, beautiful touch. And Amherst is now shot rock. That was a fine play there. A nice weight, great line. When it hit, it stayed. So now we have the first stone, the 7th end for the Plainfield skip, Nicole Prohaska. And she'll be basically trying the same shot that Angelo Marsciullo just executed. But it's going to be, but again, it's the same thing. A combination of precise weight and precise line. If you come in too hard, even if you take the stone out, then your stone rolls out. And Plainfield is probably looking to at least get the stone out, but they would also be looking to stay if they can. She's coming in hard, so she's definitely looking for the takeout. Even if her stone rolls out, she's definitely looking for the takeout here. And, oh no, she rubbed on that top red, and it caromed. Rubbed on the top red, caromed out. Amherst is still shot. Plainfield is still setting 2-3. Amherst is 4. Now this is the last stone of the 7th end for the Amherst skip, Angelo Marsciullo. So it looks like they're going to be trying to play a guard here, but it's going to be important where they place the guard. They would rather be high on the guard than low. In other words, they'd rather have the guard above the 12-foot than right in the 12-foot. A well-placed guard would then force Prohaska from Plainfield to probably try then to draw in from the left side to try to get one. An important shot here. Coming out. He's had good touch on his shots, Marsciullo. This is coming down. Sweepers are on it. Sweepers are on it. And this is looking like it's going to work out pretty well. Well, that's actually going to be a very good play. Right in line. So now if you're Nicole Prohaska, you're now trying to draw for one, and you're going to have to be full 4 foot to do it. But now here's a tricky shot, though. If you try to do a run back of the two reds, you've got to have the angle just right. This might be tough because to try to hit that upper stone on its left side, can you get by that guard stone that's touching the center line? If you catch it on the right side, you come in, you get the angle, you'll jam onto the blue. So it looks like what she's going to be doing, though, this is the last stone of the 7th end, Nicole Prohaska. She looked like she's definitely trying to play a run-back takeout. Applying an in-turn handle, right-handed shooter. And it's coming down. It's coming down. Does she have it? Does she have it? Will it be the angle? It may be too wide. It's going to be wide and it's going to chip. So it doesn't work. Amherst takes 1. And now going into the 8th end after 7 ends, the score is Amherst 5, Plainfield 5, and we will be back after this short break. We are back at the Rochester Curling Club, Rochester, New York. Our featured match on Sheet C between Amherst and Plainfield. The score is 5-5 going into the 8th end. My name is Bill Drumright. In the earlier matches, the Casper Rink from Arsley improved their tournament record to 4-0 with a 10-3 victory over the Crummer Rink of Utica. And on Sheet D, the Shaw Rink from Potomac improved its record to 2-2 with a 10-2 victory over Plainfield Rink Mooney. First shot from Stacy Robertson-Satitas, the lead for Amherst in the 8th end, playing for a center guard. They've got a fine center guard there, not only on the center but also close to the 12-foot. This is the first stone now in the 8th end for the Plainfield lead, Kyle Foster. Looks like they're trying to play to draw into the house and draw behind the Amherst stone as cover. Here it comes. That might be too much weight. That might be too much weight here. That's going to come on down and go on by. So that stone is going through. Second stone now for the Amherst lead, Stacy Robertson-Satitas. This is the 8th end. Score is 5-5. Amherst with the red stones, Plainfield with blue stones. Plainfield has the hammer in this end. Release, in-turn handle. It's coming down. Coming down the left side. Taking the curl here. Do they take this one down behind the guard? They might have a chance. Actually, it is slowing up a bit. It's slowing up. Rubs just passed. It's a biter. So right now, Amherst is shot rock, biting on the 12-foot center line. Now, this is the second stone for Kyle Foster, the Plainfield lead. And playing for a draw here, in turn, right-hand shooter. Will the weight be there? The weight was too hard the first time. Now it's coming down. It should get on by, but will it stay in the house? Will it stay? Looks like it will. It will be back. Will be back behind the tee line, back to the 12-foot, touching the center. But at this point now, Plainfield is shot, and Amherst is too. First stone now of the 8th end for the Amherst second, Stephen Bayline. Again, playing an in-turn draw. They have the advantage of having the Plainfield stone as a backer if it goes deep. following a similar line. Following a similar line to the playing field shot. Will it get by the front? It does. It comes right on down to the back, and it's going to sit on it. And so right now, Amherst is shot rock. Now, first stone of the 8th end for the playing field second, the Jazzy Core. Looking to play a takeout here. Clear the center. Out turn handle. Sweepers are right on it. Right on it. Now they're up. Now they're up. Now they're up. Coming in. Clears the stone. Amherst is still 1. Plainfield 2. Amherst 3. Biting on the 12. Second stone now in the 8th end for the Amherst second, Stephen Bayline. In turn handle. Coming a little bit wider this time, brushing by the symbol, the Canadian flag symbol in the ice. Now it's taking the curl, coming down. This is going to end up playing more like a guard. It's going to be playing like a guard and probably in a very good position. That's a fine shot and a good position now. Second stone in the 8th end for the Amherst second, Yazzie Core. This one probably is looking to clear the center or open up part of the center. Definitely a takeout weight. Coming down the center. Out turn handle. Out turn handle. Clearing one. And moving the Plainfield blue. Still Amherst 1, Plainfield 2. Now comes the first stone in the 8th end for the Amherst third, Harley Rohrbacher, looking like they're trying to play a low guard on the left side of the center line from the shooter's perspective. Right-hand shooter applying an in-turn handle. As she does. It's coming down. Yeah, now they're sweeping it. This one will probably get into the house. Where will it end? We don't know. But it's got to wait for the house. It's coming down. And it's going to be basically, it's 4 foot, just touching the 1 foot. But it's vulnerable. And now it's vulnerable for a hit and roll. And that looks like the shot that the Plainfield third, Ryan Sharp, is attempting. His first stone of the 8th end. Applying an in-turn handle. And it's released. Looks like a controlled weight. Will it get the angle he needs? The sweepers are on it. They got to get the right angle here. They got to get the right angle. They'll get the stone out, but will it roll? It's going to roll, and it's going to roll too much. Amherst is still 1. Plainfield shooting 2 and 3. Second stone now in the 8th end for the Amherst third, Harley Rohrbacher. Looks like again trying to play a low guard on that left side of the center line. Left side from the shooter's perspective. This comes out, looks like a slight bit less weight. Slightly bit less weight. But it may take sweeping to hold the line they want. Actually, this is coming in very nicely. Sweepers now on it. Sweeping for line. They're sweeping for line. And actually, they're pulling it in there. And they do pull it in. So now Amherst is setting 1-2. The second stone for Amherst is full 8 on the center line. It's going to be tough to get to that stone because of the position of the blue guard. Now comes the tough play here for Ryan Sharp the third from Plainfield, throwing his second stone. And I think now what they're looking to do is try to clear that center. Each team only needs 1 point, but they're going to have the path to do it. Here he comes. Coming down. Will it move it? It moves the 1. So basically right now Amherst is still setting 2, but the center is more exposed, more open than it was prior to that shot. We're down now to skips rocks in this match between Amherst and Plainfield. Amherst in the tournament has a record of 2-2. Plainfield is looking for its first win of the tournament. Now sits at 0-4. And this is the first rock of the 8th end for the Amherst skip, Angelo Marsciullo. And where they're setting the broom, it looks like he's going to probably be trying to play a type of guard. The way the stones are sitting right now for Amherst, for Plainfield to have a score, they would have to basically be touching the 4 foot. And right now, the only real opening for that is coming down the left side of the ice from the shooter's perspective. Now readjusting the broom for aiming point. Marsciullo's been having excellent weight on his shots. He's played some excellent shots. And this one's coming down hard. This one's coming heavy.
This is 8-9.
And okay, so now it's coming and this stone comes out. So now it's the first stone of the 8th end for the Plainfield skip, Nicole Prohaska. Now she's coming down the right side, and if he plays it, he'll be playing for a double takeout. Right-hand shooter, out-turn handle, and it's definitely a takeout weight. And they're coming hard. They are sweeping very hard. Will it have the angle? Will it have the angle? It looks like it does. It's a double takeout. A double takeout. And now we have a timeout by Amherst. So now the score is 5-5. Both skips are down to their last rocks. And Amherst is sitting 1. Plainfield is 2-3. But now they're discussing here because basically this stone, to try to hold that 1, is going to require a proper placement. Do you try to basically play the guard? And then if you try to play a high guard and force a draw, but the way the thing is now, with the center is clear, so in that sense, Prohaska could then theoretically come in either side, depending on where this stone ends up. This is a delicate situation here. This is a delicate situation because the guard is going to have to be properly placed to make it a hard shot for Prohaska, or to make it more accurately, to make it a more complex shot for Prohaska. This is the last match of the morning session here on the 3rd day. This is the 5th session. The tournament began Thursday afternoon with two sessions, Thursday afternoon and evening. Yesterday, there were 2 sessions, Friday morning and Friday afternoon. This is the first session of the Saturday play. This is the Amherst skip, Angelo Marsciullo, playing his last stone of the 8th end. So this is where, so if they're looking to play a high guard, they definitely will have to be high. It definitely will have to be up there, really above, no lower than the 12 foot. The placement of the guard will be vital. Here it comes. Here it comes. It's a in-turn handle. This might be heavy. We don't know. It is curling. It is curling. But where will it finish? The placement will be vital. The placement will be vital. Now they're sweeping it. They're sweeping it. It's coming over. It comes to the right of the center line. It comes to the right of the center line. So now, the last stone for Nicole Prohaska, from Plainfield. And she's got the option, basically, if she could be a little bit strong, the Amherst second stone, the Amherst shot rock, could serve as a backer. But she's playing for a draw here. This is for the match. This is for the match. Oh no. Will it come over? This has got some weight. Will it come over? Will it come over? It's got to come over now. It's got to come over. It's got to come over. It's got to come over. Will it do it? Will it do it? Sweeping, sweeping, sweeping. And it slips on by. It slips on by. And so, the final score, Marsculo 6, Plainfield 5. The last match of the morning. And we'll be back to wrap up just after this short break. Welcome back to the Rochester Curling Club, Rochester, New York, for the 2020 GNCC Mixed Playdowns. Our featured match, which is just completed, saw the Marsculo rink from Amherst defeat the Plainfield rink of Nicole Prohaska by a score of 7-5. Came down to the eighth end, and Amherst was able to steal two. The last shot for Prohaska just went a little bit too deep and did not hit the shot stone and just slipped by. So right now, after the end of the Saturday morning play, the Casper rink stands at 4-0. They're in the lead. The Pulley rink from Rochester is 3-1. They had a bye this morning. The Crummy rink from Uga is 2-2. Marsculo moves into third place now with a 3-2 record. The Shaw rink from Potomac is 2-2. The Mooney rink from Plainfield is 1-3. The Prohaska rink is 0-5. My name is Bill Drumright. It's been a pleasure to broadcast, and we will be looking forward to talking with you in this afternoon's play, which should commence a little after 4 o'clock. Thank you, and goodbye.